Live. Screen share is up. We should have a timer and a Metcon on up there.
Yep.
Fantastic. So fairly straightforward. There's a lot of text on the screen. We have an 11-minute AMRAP. We're going to do 12 snatches, 9 front squats, 6 shoulder to overhead, 3 overhead squats, all on one side with a dumbbell. We'll do 5 burpees, and then we will switch sides to our other and do the same 12, 9, 6, 3 snatches, front squats, shoulder to overhead, and overhead squats. How's your squat feeling and relative to your back?
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Cool.
We'll
any luck with the stretches that I recommended, or?
I haven't done those.
Okay.
I'm doing a lot. Yeah, I've been doing randoms. But
yeah, we'll figure it out as we go. Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and start out with a couple of burpees. Let's get in 5 of them, please. Great. And speaking of our squat, let's come on down to a squat position. Good. And go ahead and wedge one shoulder into a knee, reach up and overhead, rotating through our trunk. Good, and switch. And switch. 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 And last one, switch. So let's go ahead and stand it on up. And let's get some nice big arm flappies going. Hands at roughly shoulder height, nice and active as we go through. Let's turn that into some arm wavies, nice deliberate reach up and overhead, prepping for that overhead hold. And nice big forward arm circles up next. And reverse. And some opposite direction. And switch direction. Fantastic. Let's get in some inchworms up next. We'll start off with a nice long forward fold. Get some those hamstrings to start. From here, it's going to walk it on out to a plank. One solid push up, use your toes. Once we're done with that push up, head right on through into a down dog. Let's hold that for a moment, open up those shoulders even more. And walk it on up, keeping those knees extended. To finish, let's go ahead and get in 3 more inchworms, please. Good. Coming up for that inchworm, let's take nice small steps with the feet. Try to get some extra hamstring stretch on the way up. Great. Good. Let's get in some drinking bird stretch up next. Grab a foot. Squeeze the knees together. Draw that knee back as far as we're able to as we hinge at the hips. And stand it up, switch sides. We'll get in 10 in total. 5 on each side. I have no balance this morning. This afternoon, excuse me.
Oops. Yeah, me too. That. Oh, God.
It must be the full moon or something. Yeah. Let's find a wall. We're going to push our hands nice and actively, push ourselves away from that wall. Head on through our shoulders, open on up. Good. We'll relax out of that stretch for just a moment. Keep your belly nice and tight so we're stretching through our shoulders and not our back so much. And relax and back to our stretch. And we're getting 2 more. And last one. And fantastic. Okay. Come on back down into that squat position for a moment. Let's take those elbows, wedge them into our knees, drive those knees out, lift our trunk up, our chest up as much as we can, weight into our heels. Right from here, let's put our palms on the floor, lift our hips up as high as we're able to. Good. Bring our hips on back down to that squat, reach our hands up into a good overhead squat, pulling those thumbs back as far as we can. Good. Palms down and hips up. And hips down, palms up. And palms down, hips up. Good. And come on back down to that squat. Palms up in the air. And stand. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and find ourselves our weight. I think the lighter of our 2 is going to be the better bet for today.
Yeah, I can't do the overhead with 40.
Yeah. I can't either. Let's go ahead and get our hip drive moving for a moment. Let's go ahead and we're just going to get in just a hip drive, essentially a Russian height kettlebell swing with our dumbbell. We'll get in 5 on one side, and we'll switch sides, we'll get 5 on the other. Right. Let's turn that into a hang snatch movement. Nice solid hip drive. And up and overhead for a nice solid lockout. You know, this is going to feel very similar to a kettlebell swing. Good. We'll get in 5 on one side and then we'll switch it up. We'll get 5 on the other. Awesome. Even from here, I'd like you to think about leaning back into your heels. Great. Good. So just as something to think about as we are standing. A lot of us will have a tendency to kind of drift into our toes so we can get more purchase on like more, feel like we've got more control through here. Always take that moment to sink back into our heels. Even as we're standing, we can think about that set into the heels. All right, let's get that to the floor, full dumbbell snatch. We're going to unusually stay on one arm. So bring it on down. If you want to go to mid shin instead of the floor, go for it. Bring it on up and overhead. And let's get in 5 on each side. Good. So even in that overhead position, we've got a lot more weight into the heels. Easy peasy. Let's go ahead and grab onto that weight again. And we'll get in 5 goblet squats to start. And we'll get in a nice little pause at the bottom for a little extra stretch time down there. Squat it on down. 1, 2, and then stand it on up. Squat it on down. 1, 2, on up. And 2 or 3 more. Really sit on back into those heels. Let that weight kind of counterbalance you forward. Awesome. Let's switch that up to our front squat. And let's go ahead and get in a nice easy 5 reps. Keeping that elbow up nice and tall. Letting that weight rest on our shoulder. Good, we'll get in 5 on one side and then we'll switch it up 5 on our other. Wonderful. Let's get in 3 strict presses to start on each side. And we'll turn that right on into 3 push presses on each side as well. Fantastic. Great. They are just shoulder to overhead, so it's your choice. Strict press, push, jerk. Even I would definitely go for a push press as we're working on through those. Let's go ahead and come on into that squat position one more time. And now that we're a little bit more warm and a little bit looser, let's go for another wedging that shoulder on in, reaching on up and overhead. Another round of shoulder openers from that bottom squat position. Good, and switch. 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 And one more switch. Now, hopefully we're not going to be rotating quite so much in our one-armed overhead squat as we do in that particular movement, but it'll give you a nice little setup for any rotation that we do have. Let's go ahead and take that dumbbell, let's pop it overhead, and see where we can go with that one-armed overhead squat. I usually recommend holding on to our dumbbell, letting it kind of fall back between the thumb and forefinger. You got it. Keep that arm pulled back, send those hips back. Get into that squat as far as we can. Good, one more and then we'll switch it on up. Nice job. Think about actively pulling from that shoulder, those shoulder blades. Kind of think about not just moving the shoulder this ways, but also squeezing the shoulder blade together will get it to start to kind of rotate through into a more stable position. So it's not just pulling the thumb back, but also squeezing the shoulder blades together. Let's get another 2 on each side to check on in with that. Good. Shoulder blades nice and tight together. Nicely done. Good. Shoulder blades tight together as well. Nice. Fantastic. It's just giving us a tiny bit more movement back onto that midline, which is putting us in a much, much better position.
Yeah, that's a good cue.
Awesome. Glad it's working for you. Let's pop on down. Let's get in 5 more burpees, and then we will take a quick pit stop. Oh, I've got one more round of warm up for us. We'll get in those 5 burpees. We'll get our pit stop. Awesome. So before our pit stop, I want to run through a mini round, basically practicing some of those transitions. So let's go ahead and get in 4 snatches on one side from the floor. Nice and easy, 4 of them. And once we finish that 4th, as we're overhead, let's just bring that right down into our front rack position, and let's get in 3 front squats. Good. And so we're done with those 3. Let's pop that on up for 2 shoulder to overheads. And we'll leave it on up there, and let's get in 1 more squat. So let's get that another bonus shoulder to overhead. And into that overhead squat, adjust those feet, shoulder blades together. Great. Let's go switch it on up to our other side. Again, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just thinking about how we can best make those transitions. Good. Weight into those heels. Good. 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 Bring it down onto that front rack. 3 squats. Right on up into our shoulder to overhead. 2 reps, and then we'll leave it on up there. Good. And squat when you are ready. Shoulders tight. Wonderful. So we can use that kind of transition methodology if we are planning to go through unbroken through this. I don't see that happening all the way through for our 11 minutes. I think a great place to take a little rest is between our squats and our overhead, our shoulder to overheads. It'll save us a whole chunk of time picking up and putting down our dumbbells. I would definitely avoid taking breaks in between movements. So I would not say, try to avoid taking a break between our shoulder overhead and our overhead squats. Try to get those done as 1 set. So between the snatches and the front squats, and then the front squats and the overheads, by all means, go for it. All right.
That's gonna be tough. It's hard to the shoulder overheader.
Okay. At the very least, then think about going right. Do
5. Yeah,
if you want
5.
to do 5 shoulder to overhead, take a little rest. Do 1 shoulder to overhead, so that we're not doing those extra reps. Let's go ahead and take a quick pit stop, and we'll reconvene in a minute or so to start our sup. Fantastic. Any questions or thoughts before we kick things off? Cool. Let's do it. It is 11 minutes long. Again, 12, 9, 6, 3, one side, 5 burpees, then we switch sides. Ready to go? All right, starting up in 3, 2, 1, go. Nice, easy pace. Keep it consistent. Think about going right on into those front squats, but with a slow, steady pace. Nicely done. Good, good. All right. All right. Nice solid squat stance. You got it. Just 3 reps. Shoulders tight together. There you go. Keep drawing that thumb back and shoulders tight. Nicely done. 5 burpees, then we switch sides. Good, good. Nice steady pace. Way to go. Sink way into those heels, further than you think. Good. Great work on those squats, Dan. Awesome. Good. Quick shake out through that shoulder. Way to go. All right, let's get that last shoulder to overhead and right into those squats. Nice. You draw that thumb back. Nice shoulder rotation on in. Great. Scapula tight together. Keep those shoulder blades tight together. Nice job. Burpees and then back to our starting side. Nice job. All right, you got it. Right back onto our dumbbell. Good. Back into those heels one more time. Nice. Great. Keep sinking into those heels. Nice, Dan. Great. There you go. Short rest. You got this. We're just halfway through. You got it. Just pick it up. Slow, steady pace on those squats. There are only 9 of them. Good. Sink onto those heels, even at your standing position. Top of that squat. Heels. Good. Nice job. Great. All right. Let's finish up those dumbbells. You got it. Nice job. Rotate that shoulder back together. Keep that thumb pulled back. One more. That's it. Nice job. Let's get in those burpees. Good, good. We got 3 minutes on the clock. Let's see if we can get through all of our dumbbell work, maybe even back to burpees. Let's do it. Nice job. Keep that breathing big. All right, onto our squats. You got it, Dan. Just over 2 minutes. All right, steady squats, no rush. We'll bring those right into our shoulder to overhead when we get there. Just nice and steady, keep breathing, relax pace, stay consistent. Great. Good, good. Let's get in some shoulder overheads. Awesome. Nice job, little rest. We got 90 seconds, plenty of time. We're gonna get through those burpees. All right, let's finish up those dumbbells. Here we go. Last couple of reps. Nice work. Thumb back, shoulder rotated on in, pull that on in tight, good. Scapula together, squeeze them tight. All right, 1 minute, burpees and some dumbbells, go for it. Good pace on burpees, not too fast, not too slow. Right on into our dumbbells. We got 30 seconds. We can rest up then. See if we can get through those snatches. Just grab and go. Great. Stay back on those heels again. Good, good. Awesome. If we finish up those snatches right into a squat or two, we've got 10 seconds. 2, 1, and time. Nice job, Dan. Well done. Wasn't too big of a set. I feel like
Yeah.
it was just about right. One, catch your breath. Get plenty hydrated.
Thanks.
We'll see you
Have a good day.
next time. You too.